Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a little experiment for you guys, and first let me explain what I'm working with. Okay, I recently got the Urban Decay Velvetizer. If you're not familiar with this, it's a medium mix-in powder for your foundation, which sounds really crazy, but this is the thing it comes in, and it is a very, very finely milled powder. Just crazy finely milled. You mix it in with your foundation, and it is supposed to prolong the wear of your foundation. It can mattify and just supposed to extend it longer. So we're going to try that. I've been playing with that since I bought it. I got this at Sephora for $34, and you get 0.28 ounces in this. I was watching some tutorials and videos over using this and using it correctly, and I noticed in the comments someone suggested using the e.l.f. high definition powder, and that they mix it in with their foundation formulas, and it does the same thing. So I was wondering, which the person did say that they haven't actually used the Velvetizer, so I'm wondering, like, well, does it do the same thing? Does it live up to its claim? So that's what we're going to try today. We're going to do half the face with foundation using the Velvetizer and half the face using the e.l.f. brand high definition setting powder. I actually do not own the high definition setting powder, but I'm going to use the under eye powder. So I don't know if that will have a huge difference on it. This is $3 for e.l.f. If you are familiar with this brand, it's amazing. You just get a lot of bang for your buck with e.l.f. products. I don't know. I looked online. I tried to research. I don't know how many ounces are in this little guy. I do know that this is the under eye, correct? Okay, so the actual high definition setting powder is bigger than this. It is $6, and I'm thinking it has around the same. It's looking like the same amount as this guy. So you're looking at $6 versus $34 for around the same amount of product. So here's what we're going to do. I have two little glass bowls, and you are supposed to take a dime size amount and mix it in with your foundation. And today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photofocus Ready Foundation. Photofocus foundation, sorry, in Buff Bisque. This is a little dark for me, I already know this. This is going to run you a whopping $6. It's $5.99. You can find Wet n Wild at almost any drugstore. This is a great foundation. I love the coverage. I love just the beautiful finish that it gives. However, it just did not stay for me. It just started separating after only part of the day. One thing also too on the Wet n Wild that is definitely a bonus, this is light, medium, and then it tells you neutral. So if you know your undertones, this is kind of like just to make it easy for you in finding the right one. Now I got light medium, and I should have just went with a light neutral color. I want to say also in this particular foundation there is quite a range of colors. So anyways, we're going to take the glass jar with the Velvetizer, and it says about a dime size amount. Is there even such thing as dime stores anymore? I'm doubting it. Okay. Yeah, looks like good. Okay, so can you see? That's about how much I'm going to use. I'm going to take in the foundation. This foundation comes on a spatula. Can you see that? It's really actually cool. So I'm going to use two spatulas for that part of it. Can you hear me just working away? There we go. I have just this little stick guy that I use for getting out product. Okay, I'm going to need more foundation. I can already tell. So see what I'm doing? Just literally just mixing it together. And then we're going to take this, and I have to say I actually already cheated on this. I did this earlier today. Half and half. I wore it around the house. We've just been here at the house today, just doing laundry, that type thing. So I wore it around the house. I even fell asleep with the toddler for a couple hours. Well, he slept a couple hours. I slept about an hour and a half. And it still looked really good. So the Velvetizer, I can say definitely works. So then this is the Velvetizer side, okay? So we've got the right side going on with that. Now we're going to mix up the e.l.f. side for our left side of the face. And then just compare how they blend and how they wear on the face, just the overall look of it. I can tell you, no matter what the outcome or my opinion on it, the e.l.f. Under Eye HD powder, setting powder, is a great little purchase. I brought it home with me for this, but I usually keep it in my desk at work, and just like those days where it just kind of starts separating underneath your eye, or you're extra oily, or it's been humid that day and it's just your makeup's running, or it's just not looking as flawless as you would like. I just take a small brush and pat a little under my eye, and it's just amazing. Just the glow it will give. It just brings your eyes back to life, even after a long hot day at the office or wherever you work. Whatever you're doing, it's going to be hot anyways. So I'm going to take my It Cosmetics foundation brush and go to town, blending both sides out. Into the hairline, and I even rub some of mine on the ear. And it looks like I got some on my eyebrow, so I'll have to touch that up. I'm telling you, this foundation right here is just great coverage. Great coverage. I'm going to be playing. There went my foundation brush. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to be playing with the editing today, tonight, maybe tomorrow, just whenever I have time this weekend. The last few videos I've been doing, I've been trying to focus more on editing, but I've really just taken a simple approach to it, to be honest. I don't know much about editing. I downloaded an editing software. Wow, it's a whole new world. So I'm sure anybody out there with experience and knows what they're doing is probably thinking, or photography background, whatever, you're probably thinking, oh, it is so easy. It has not been for me. All right. So we have it. Can you see kind of close up? That light's a little bright. It's still kind of bright. But it's just a great coverage. It just blends really well. I'm looking and I'm not seeing much difference side to side. as far as how it blended, how it covered. I am going to take my Real Technique sponge and just kind of, just for extra measure, this is dampened, so I just go back over it and press it in. This is just in case if I haven't blended it or there's spots, lines, whatever. This just is, like I said, just an extra measure to smooth everything out. So definitely around my nose. This is where I tend to have foundation separate. Okay, so there we go. I would, to set this, I would definitely go, excuse me, scratch all that. If I was putting this on for the morning time, which it is this evening, and I'm going to be taking it off in a few hours, so not that big a deal. But if I was wearing this for the day, I would definitely set it. So I'm going to take a big fluffy powder brush and just set it underneath where I have the Velvetizer. And I'm using the Velvetizer on this side. And just set that. And then I am going to take on the other side, of course, as you can guess, the e.l.f. and set that powder. And what I'm hoping to do in this whole editing process, just to really show the difference or the lack of difference in the two, is to incorporate a before and not a before and after, but a picture in natural sunlight to kind of show both sides of it. There's really not a difference. Like I said earlier, I had this on, I wore it through the bigger part of the day, and then I took it off for the video's purpose, or the purpose of the video, but I wanted to give it a little run before I filmed this video. There really wasn't any difference. I did know on the e.l.f. side of my nose kind of had separated a little more. It was a little more shiny than the Velvetizer side, but overall it just wasn't that huge of a difference. So I definitely think that if you are looking to save money, because this is such a weird product, as far as mixing powder in your foundation, that just seems so foreign to most people, and definitely foreign to me. If this is something you're interested in, go for the e.l.f. Seriously, if you love Urban Decay, this is definitely a great product, and I'm not knocking this product in any way. I love it. I think the whole concept is amazing. But if you're not into spending $34, but you want to try out the look, you're not going to lose anything by purchasing the e.l.f. high definition powder, because it's an amazing powder. So even if the mixing it in with your foundation is not your thing, it doesn't work out for you, you haven't lost anything, trust me, by purchasing that. Whether you purchase the Undereye Setting Powder for $3 or the full setting powder for $6, it's going to be a great purchase. Definitely the Wet n Wild Photofocus is a great foundation too. The whole concept behind this is it gives no flashback, so it just makes you photo ready. So for $6, that is a great foundation. So here I am. Let's turn this light off. I don't know if that would help. Oh, that's just like way too dark. Way too dark. Okay, so as you can see, my skin just looks great. I love this foundation. Can you see this little guy on my nose? I literally stabbed myself with my tweezers earlier. Anyways, y'all be smarter than that. But wild hair. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on it. I love the Velvetizer, but if you're wanting something cheaper, go for the e.l.f. It definitely works as well. I enjoy you guys. I hope you enjoy the videos. Comment, subscribe, like, request more. I would love to hear your feedback, because then I know kind of what direction to take as far as my channel goes. So Thank you much. Y'all have a blessed weekend.